breakfast.
Disgusting.
No, we haven't got our Michelin star yet.
And it's cold again.
We'll deduct it from your bill.
Oi, when am I going to see my solicitor?
Well, you're up in court first thing, so you'll see him there.
Then I'll be out, right?
That'll be up to the magistrate.
Yeah, but I help you. Ow!
Trouble is, you were caught red-handed.
My solicitor said he'd sort it.
Well, you'll be all right then, won't you?
They brought the other two in yet?
I wouldn't know.
What's taking so long?
This has got to be the short straw on a Monday morning.
Not busy enough for you?
Surfing out drunk, serving up breakfast. It's just what I joined up for. Who else is up for court this morning?
Apart from Helen, Gordon and Thomas. Nice little van load.
Any unit, Sierra Oscar Deal, Limefield Road School, suspects armed.
Sierra Oscar 8-5 receiving. We'll take that.
For those of you lucky enough to have had the weekend off, robbery at the embassy after a sellout rock concert on Saturday night. Security van arrives early Sunday morning. 2 guards go in and are met with a reception committee.
Were they armed?
Coshes. One of the guards got bashed about a bit. How is he, Tush?
He's still in hospital, Gov.
The 3rd guard, waiting in the van, he got worried, raised the alarm sharpish. The area car cornered the getaway by Limefield Road School. 2 of the blaggers got away on foot. The 3rd, Terry Yelland, he was arrested.
Do they have anything to say?
Yeah, spent yesterday singing like a canary. Named his 2 accomplices. He goes up to court today. You can take that one, Danny. You want a 3-day lay down in custody. Give us a chance to follow up his 2 mates who were not at home in their beds when we called early this morning.
So why did Yellen cough?
Because it's not his show and he doesn't want to go down alone.
An understandable attitude?
Apart from the fact he's only just turned 18.
First time in grown-up court.
Exactly. He's saying the others led him astray.
A real jerker, eh?
Except that he's got a juvenile record longer than my arm.
What about the other 2?
Les Wilson, he's done time for this sort of thing before. The other one, Ian Sharp, we don't know. We soon will.
I noticed these 2 guys standing by the gates, looking in. But when I went out to see what they wanted, they disappeared round the back.
Which way did they go?
They went up that way. I didn't like the look of them at all.
Mike!
Hold it! Hold it!
Come here!
Fresh air. Make the most of it.
Just a second. Go. Just wait there, please.
All right, Bob. All right. Take a seat.
I don't know all the fuss is about. We were just messing around. I knew they were up to something. I knew it. Probably the computer they were after.
Is he all right?
Yeah, it's a nasty gash. I've called for an ambulance.
All right, see you back there later. Come on, Stompy.
Right, just hold that.
Sergeant,
Mrs. Kay?
I believe you're handling one of my probationers.
Yeah, Terry Yelland. He's in talking to his solicitor now. Mr. Corliss.
How serious is it?
Well, serious enough. Security guard knocked about.
I really thought we were getting through to him.
Well, not a bad lad, eh? Just easily led.
I gather he's not been charged yet.
We're applying to detain him in police custody for the moment. He's been very cooperative.
Well, that's something to be grateful for, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, don't worry, you leave all that to me. All yours, Sergeant.
Jill?
Didn't you think I'd be here, Terry?
Terence Yelland, to court 1.
Time to go.
I'll talk to you afterwards.
I don't know why you're arresting me. It's his fault.
What was?
Breaking the window.
We'll sort that out later, Mr. Wilson.
But I'm just a victim here. He shoved me against that window.
So why'd you try and run off when we came to your rescue, then?
Well, I wasn't going to let him get away. Just leave me landed in it, was I?
With Yelland's accomplices still at large and the stolen money unrecovered, a warrant of further detention is crucial to our investigation.
Thank you, Sergeant. Mr. Corliss?
I can only reiterate that my client deeply regrets letting himself be enticed into this enterprise, as he has proved by his full cooperation with the police. Ma'am, there is simply no reason for him not to be charged and released on bail at this stage.
Yes.
Criminal damage at Limefield Road School, Sarge. Broken window. Looks like attempted burglary.
Oh, come on.
Steve's just taken his accomplice down to the hospital.
It was a mistake. It's just an accident. We were walking by
The glass just fell through, yeah?
You can explain it all later. Name?
Jim Dixon.
Stand up, Mr. Yelland.
Mr. Yelland, in consideration of the fact that further arrests and identification parades are anticipated, and that further charges may result, we are granting a warrant of further detention to the police. This means that you will be held in police custody for a maximum of 3 days, reviewed at the usual interval.
You can't. No, you said I'd get back. Terry, take it easy. Sit down. You gotta do something. I'm not going back there.
Terry, stop it. Stop.
Stand down.
Stop it! Terry!
Dave?
Yep.
That body Jarvis brought in.
Dixon.
Acting a bit shifty, wasn't he? Nothing on him to confirm his ID.
You reckon he's trying it on?
See if his description rings any bells with Donna.
About 2 minutes. He was running up Waterman's Road. Can you circulate it? Thanks. Oh, and you better let the DI know. Yeah. Cheers.
All right, Mr. Dixon?
Yeah, that's him from the robbery yesterday.
Yeah, Donna recognised him right away from the description.
Did CID pull him?
Are you kidding?
This isn't going to help things at all, is it?
He was sure he was going to get bail. He was relying on it.
Or maybe he shouldn't have got his hopes up.
I tried to explain. He thought if he cooperated, he'd be okay. He is terrified of going to prison.
Oh, a stunt like this isn't going to help things, is it? Have you got a moment?
Of course.
Oh, and if he contacts you, Mr. Corliss, try talking some sense into him this time. When did you last see Terry?
Last Wednesday. He comes in once a fortnight.
So what can you tell me about his domestic circumstances?
He's living in a bedsit we found for him.
Anyone he's likely to contact? A girlfriend?
Oh, there has been a girl recently. Quite a stabilising influence. But I don't know much about her. Her name's Sally, and she works in a travel agent.
Any idea where she lives?
That's all I know. I'm sorry I can't be more help.
All right, Mr. Dixon.
What is this, London Zoo?
I'm just checking that you're comfortable.
Well, I'll be all right if I had a moment's peace.
Well?
Yeah, that's him all right, isn't it? It's the one you chose.
Climbed over the railings before I could grab him.
Yeah. Well, of course, they split up when they saw us, didn't they? Round the back of the school. I collared the young lad, Yelland, and Tony, and he went after him. The older one must have doubled back.
Yeah, we think he might be down the hospital with Steve.
Fits the description, all right.
Did you actually see these three leave the getaway car?
No, they ran into the school by the time we got there.
So who had the cash box?
That's a good point.
I mean, Yellen reckons that Sharp got away with it.
He certainly wasn't carrying anything when I chased him.
No, none of them were.
So, what happened to the money? I mean, it wasn't in the car, and it wasn't with them when you spotted them.
So they stashed it. That's probably what they're doing back at the school.
Exactly. And as Yellen's just done a runner 15 minutes ago from the court, I suggest we get someone down there fast. I mean, with 50 grand lying around, Christmas could come early for someone.
So you were the first person on the site this morning, Mr. Gott?
Opened up about 7:30.
You checked the grounds when you got in?
Of course.
Did you find anything or notice anything unusual this morning?
Can't say I did.
Are you sure?
What is it you're looking for?
A green plastic case about this big.
I think I would have noticed that lying around.
Could it have been thrown through an open window?
This building was locked up tight last Friday. I checked every room myself.
Then perhaps you'd like to show us around the grounds.
Ah. This way.
Now, this I'm an expert on. Guided tours of schools.
Fond of school, were you, Mr. Sharp? Or should I say Mr. Dixon?
We were taking a shortcut, that's all.
Where to?
The shop's over the back. Going to get some fags.
So why were you loitering around outside the school? Choosing your moment?
We were just talking.
How come Mr. Wilson managed to put his arm through a window?
He was leaning against it, looking in.
Forgot to bring a brick, did he?
We weren't breaking in. It was an accident.
Where were you around 9 o'clock yesterday morning?
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
I'm interested.
Well, sleeping, I suppose.
I don't wish to appear personal. But was there anyone with you who could verify that?
I've heard about you lot. You'll twist what I say round.
Just want to get things cleared up, Ian.
I'm not saying nothing more.
This your first job, Ian? Who talked you into it? Terry Helen? Did he tell you it'd be easy? Bit of a laugh? Only now it's robbery and GBH. And no one's laughing. Look, anyone can fall into temptation, Ian. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Terry Helen, you say?
Flat 5. Have a warrant to search the premises.
Oh, makes no odds to me. He's never here half the time.
But he does live here, doesn't he?
Social services pays the rent. That's all I know about. Kind of tenant I like.
So when did you last see him?
Heard him, more like. Oh, playing music in the middle of the night. About a week ago, I suppose.
Any idea who she might be?
He's never brought her around here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He wants to exercise his right to silence. He can do it in the cells. He knows he's not going to talk his way out of it. Well, he's been a good boy, hasn't he? Doing what his brief tells him. I mean, what's he got to worry about? I need a word of 2 police witnesses. Well, let's see how he reacts when we get a security guard to pick him out in an identity parade.
Yep.
No, what's the word on Yellen?
Nothing at the address he's given. Looks like somebody just dumps his stuff.
How about the girlfriend?
This could be her. I'll run it through the system. I did that check with the embassy. Apparently Les Wilson has worked there in the past, the barman.
Sacked for having his hand in the till, was he?
Well, it explains how he knew when the concert takers are going to be picked up.
It also explains why he stayed in the motor. Didn't want to be recognised.
Tony and Reg reckon they were out of sight for about 30 seconds. And when they caught up with them, they were heading out of here towards the playing fields minus the money.
Well, not many places to hide a large cash box. Is that short a time?
Use your imagination.
I'm telling you, I'm straight now. I had enough of a taste last time.
4 years, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't remind me.
I thought you'd have learnt your lesson.
I have, Mr. Burnside. I've got 3 kids now. Last one was born when I was still inside.
Yeah? Well, if you've got anything to do with this, they'll be married with kids of their own next time you see them.
I'm telling you, it weren't me. I know nothing about it.
Well, let's look at your movements this weekend. Let's start with Saturday evening.
I was in the boozer. Where else?
Yeah, which one and with whom?
I was with Jerry and Jim and Andy, and it was the Devonish Arms in Solihull.
Solihull?
I've been away all weekend.
So it was your twin brother, was it?
What?
Hanging around the embassy Sunday morning.
Oh, you must be hard up.
Yeah, you've been identified.
I don't do that sort of stuff no more. There's no money in it.
Oh, there was in this one. And I have it on very good information. It was you who sussed it out.
You're making it up.
Seem to have a lot of enemies, Mr. Wilson. If they're not grassing you up, they're throwing you through glass windows.
There's nothing up there.
We're running out of places to look.
Maybe they buried it.
In 30 seconds flat.
We've looked everywhere else.
Come on, you're a desperate robber with the police right behind you and 50k in your hands. What do you do with it?
I've got it. The manhole. It's got to be there.
Chances are that hasn't been dislodged for years.
Look, it's the only place left. Are they waterproof, these cases?
Here are, Mr. Burnside. The names of all the people I saw over the weekend.
The least I would have expected from a seasoned professional like yourself, Les. Thought you'd have a tidy little alibi arranged.
I resent the implication.
Don't worry, we'll check it out. Always pleased to go through the motions. Make sure you do name checks on all of them, Danny.
You've got nothing on me. You pulled me on my form.
There's only one problem with getting young kids to do your dirty work, Liz. I mean, they're keen. I'm always pleased to have your experienced eye suss them out a tasty little tickle. I mean, they take all the risks while you park your aged bones in the motor.
Give me a break.
Only trouble is, when they get nicked, they've got less to lose. Can always plead youth and innocence.
Which is why I took early retirement.
The way I see it, Les, the only thing that can mitigate your circumstances would be the recovery of the money.
I wish I could help.
See, it seems a bit puzzling to me.
why you and Mr. Sharp would be so stupid as to be found at the scene of the getaway the day after the blag. Doesn't that seem a bit puzzling to you, Danny?
Astounding.
All I've had so far is 2 cock and bull stories.
God told you
Which
what
makes me think that the money was dumped.
Let's hope Yelland isn't walking off with it right now.
Oh, didn't I mention that? Yelland escaped from custody this morning. Mr. Sharp wasn't too pleased either. Don't worry, Liz. I'm sure we'll find it before he does. So, how'd the treasure hunt go?
Nothing, Gov.
Well, it's got to be there.
Believe you me, we left no stone unturned.
I don't believe this.
Well, maybe they chucked it from the car before they were run to ground.
Oh, yeah, maybe they stopped off and paid it into a cash point machine. Any news on Yelland?
Still trying to get a lead on the girlfriend.
I left Tosh at the school in case he turns up there.
Well, let's hope he does. Listen, can you find out how long it's going to take to set up an ID parade for Sharp and Wilson?
Gov.
Do you want Sharp out again?
No, let them both stew for a bit.
Well, have we got time for that?
Something tells me we won't have to wait very long. So, feeling a bit more talkative now then, Mr. Sharp?
D.I. Burnside enters, 12:55 p.m.
Obviously not.
I want to know what's going to happen to me.
Well, we know you were there, Ian. You've been identified by 2 police officers running away from the getaway motor, and one of the security guards reckons he can pick you out in an ID parade. The one who's still walking about, that is.
I didn't knock no guard about. Would have been out of there if Terry hadn't started laying into him.
And now he's on the loose and you're stuck in here.
I've never done anything like this before. I weren't out to hurt anyone. Terry just went mad.
Well, he's an excitable boy.
He said it would be a clean snatch.
Robbery's a dirty business, whatever anyone says.
If you got the money back, would it make a difference?
It would be viewed favourably by the courts.
He's at the school.
Well, it must be well hidden, because we've been looking.
I can show you.
All right, what's the problem?
I want to see Burnside.
I've told you he's out.
It's important. It's about the money.
You'll have to wait.
You tell him I want to see him!
We ran down here and round there. We could hear the sirens. We knew we ain't got long. So Les was yelling to dump it. So we were looking for a place and there was nowhere.
Yeah, we worked that one out.
And then Les had a flash.
He looks up there.
Well, the ladder's still out. Give us another one. Terry gave me a leg up and I slung it over the side. Hang on, that's right here.
So when Wilson went through the window this morning,
I was helping him to climb up, but he fell down.
Careful, Tosh.
Yeah, all right.
Anything? Nothing.
It's got to be there. That's definitely the place.
Hey, hang on a minute. There's marks on the surface here. They look like something heavy's been dragged along it or thrown against it. I didn't see them earlier.
Well, it's got to be. I know it. This is definitely the place.
Could Wilson have pulled a fast one?
I never let him out of my sight all night.
well, maybe he made a phone call, gave someone the nod.
No phone calls, nothing.
Yellen was in custody all night, and we've had this place covered since he escaped.
It's got to be there. It's just got to. Don't understand it.
Nothing.
Well, maybe that'll teach you to leave your valuables lying around.
He's feeling neglected, wants a word.
He can wait.
I want to see someone!
You can just shut it, Les. Nobody's interested. They're on to you.
I'll have you,
Get out. If you'd have taken us where we wanted to go instead of driving us down dead ends, we'd be all
Get
right.
off a brain! We wouldn't be here!
Quiet!
You little scrote, I'll have you, you little scrote!
You still think Sharp could be lying then? Maybe not. But then who got that money? Sharp and Wilson were never out of each other's sight.
Yeah, and Yellen was with us. Somebody got word out to a fourth party.
Like he said, the money should be there. I was going to tell you myself, Mr. Burnside. I was going to cooperate.
Yeah, but it's a bit late now, isn't it?
Well, it wouldn't let me see you.
Anyway, cooperation doesn't come into it if the money's gone.
It stitched me up, thieving little scumbags.
I'd like to know how.
I'd like to know how. What does it matter how? We're in it together. You picked that little tosser up yet?
Oh, Yelland? No, we haven't traced him.
Have you tried his girl?
Who would that be?
His new bit. Posh bird, never stops talking about it.
A name, Les?
Sally Corliss. You go and see her. When you find him, you give him one from me.
It's been staring us in the face.
Gav?
Wilson and Sharp were together all night. Yellen was under lock and key, so it must have been someone from outside. Who's the only other person any of them have communicated with?
Yellen's solicitor.
Exactly. Name of?
Owen Corliss.
Thank you.
Sergeant.
Mr. Corliss, this is DC Loans. Hello.
How do you do? I take it this is about Terry Yellen.
That's right.
Should I be worrying about my fee?
We'll catch up with him. Can you help us with a few details?
Of course. Sit down.
How well do you know Mr. Yelland?
As well as one knows people in these circumstances. The sudden enforced intimacy with their lives and problems.
How long have you known him?
Since yesterday, when he asked me to represent him.
How did he come to pick you?
I believe he got my name from one of my other clients. Is there some problem, Sergeant?
Well, that depends on how much Terry Yelland confided in you about the events of yesterday morning.
Well, I can hardly discuss that with you, now can I, Sergeant? Legal privilege, is it not?
Well, not if you acted on the information by conveying it to other people or handling stolen goods.
What are you suggesting?
Who is Sally Corliss?
My sister.
Does she know Mr. Yelland?
All right. That's where he got my name.
Why did you say it was another client?
Well, I'm hardly going to boast about my sister being involved with the likes of him, am I?
So you didn't approve of Mr. Yelland?
My sister lives her own life.
And does that run to aiding a fugitive, handling
No.
stolen goods?
Wait a minute.
I hope you give favourable family rates.
Look, Sally doesn't know anything about it. It's nothing to do with her.
Doesn't know anything about what?
Look, I've had a bad year. I've been under a lot of pressure, money-wise. I suppose Terry knew about that from Sally. He was offering me the solution on a plate. He told me where the money was. Just wait until dark and go to the school. What would you have done?
First floor. Sally Corliss?
Yeah.
Police. Oh, look. Oi! Come here, you! Come here! You want to watch that? You could do yourself an injury. So, where's the money? Where's the money?
I don't know what you mean.
Where's the money?
Love!
Get down there before it goes anywhere else. And as for you...
How'd you know I was here? Who told you?
You should know by now. You can't trust no one in this business.
It's obviously the way they got in.
Yeah.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
No, but then I've only been here 6 weeks.
I see you've got an alarm system. Did you turn it on last night?
No, I forgot.
You told me and your mother you switched it on the minute you went out.
Well, I didn't.
You told our officer that you'd gone out with a friend at the time of the break-in.
Yeah.
What time was that?
About 7:30.
Till when?
9, 15:15.
And where did you go?
Just out. Out for a meal.
Is all this really necessary? All these questions? The way you lot go on, you think how Liz had done it?
It's just procedure, that's all, Mr. Campbell. So where did you go, Liz?
I went to the Indian in the High Street. The Light of Bengal.
Have you told them about the photos? Why not?
Because there was no point, that's why. It's not like they're valuable or anything.
What photos are these?
I had some photos in a box here. Well, they must have picked them up by mistake.
And what about the ones in the bedroom? That wasn't a mistake. Liz on her 18th. Look at her. She's a bag of nerve.
I'm all right. So is there anything else you want to know?
Mrs. Nash, it's the police! Hello, is there anyone home?
Haven't heard any shouting or any noise come from in here, have you?
They was making hell of a row about 20 minutes ago.
So how long's it been quiet?
I don't know. It's not as if I could stand listening with a glass against the wall, is it?
Cheers. Let's have a look round the back, Mike. Mrs. Nash! It's the police! Is there anyone there? Mrs. Nash!
Tone, she's in here!
What happened?
Mrs. Nash? See Oscar 595.
Go ahead, Tony.
Hasholm Street. We found Mrs. Nash, Sarge. Appears to be victim of assault. We need an ambulance.
So what did you make about the business of the photos?
Something there she's not letting on about. And 7:30 in the evening is an unusual time for a burglary.
So you're almost completely sure that the occupants are going to be out?
Hey, slow down a minute, Sarge. That restaurant she said she went to last night looked pretty closed to me. So where were you last night, Liz, between 7:30 and 9 o'clock?
Come on, Liz. You heard what she said. If you weren't down the Indian, where the hell were you?
Got something to show you. Not you. Just her.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
Page 21. Read it.
Male, 20s, with many interests, wishes to meet professional woman for friendship and more.
That's where I was last night. Out on a Lonely Hearts date. Except I got stood up.
And this man you got in touch with, does he have your address?
Yeah. I wrote to him at the paper. Told him all about what I was doing, where I was working. This was supposed to be the year I got it all sorted. Getting away from him. New bloke. Well, a bloke. Don't meet many people where I work, you see, and just me and my boss, and he's a dork.
So, when you contacted this man, did he write back to you?
No, I put my phone number in the letter, and he called me here day before yesterday, and we arranged to meet.
And do you have a name or a number for him?
Just a name. Ian. Should have asked, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. Mrs.
Louisa.
Louisa. I was wondering if I can ask you a few questions.
That next door. What do you want to know?
You said that you heard a lot of noise coming from next door.
Yeah, that's right.
About what time would that be?
25 past 9.
Did you see anybody enter or leave the house?
Just her husband, Bob, driving up in his minicab about 5 past 9.
Did you see what time he left?
No, I was busy in here.
This sort of thing going on a lot, does it?
At least once a day. Twice if he's in a really foul mood.
So, Miss Diane Nash, she's been coming to see in the DVU then?
Only the once. She had a bust up with her husband. He doesn't approve of her smoking, so he decided to make her stop by stubbing a cigarette out on her arm.
Nice bloke.
Yeah, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Diane, how are you feeling?
Okay. Nurse says I'm going to have a nice scar.
So what happened?
I don't know. I was just tidying round and stuff, and I turned round and this bloke was in the house.
So it wasn't your husband who did this?
This bloke who attacked you, can you remember what he looked like?
No.
Got any idea how he got in? Only it didn't seem that your back door had been forced.
I suppose I must have forgotten to lock it.
We had a word with your neighbour, Louisa, yeah? She said that she'd seen your husband drive to the house about 9 o'clock. Not all that long before you phoned us wanting someone to come round.
Yeah, he came back. He forgot his sandwiches.
She said it sounded like you two were having a bit of a Barney.
Yeah, well, she should mind her own business. What's he doing?
Well, if there's been a break-in, we're going to need to take some details.
I told you, I don't remember anything.
Diane, when you came to see me the other day, you said you wanted out. That you were sick of being treated like a punch bag.
Yeah, so?
So what happened to make you change your mind? Is it something Bob said or done?
I told you, it weren't him. Do you mind if I have a rest now? Hello, I'm
WPC Ackland, Sunhill Police. I'm trying to trace the person who placed this ad in your paper. It was a couple of weeks ago.
Well, you do keep records here, I take it.
Oh yeah, but that kind of information is strictly confidential.
We're looking for this person in connection with a series of break-ins. We believe he may be placing these ads in order to find his victims.
Wouldn't matter if he was Jack the Ripper. That kind of information, like I said, is strictly between us and the advertiser.
Yeah, well, that's all very ethical of you. But at the moment, my sympathies lie with the women who are being exploited by this bloke.
I'm quite touched by that. I never knew the police were so caring.
Thank you. So that's Ian Farmer, 42 Venturous Road. Did he come into the office himself to do this?
No, over the phone. It takes a lot of guts for some people to put one of those in.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you for all your help.
No problem. Proud to assist in the war against crime.
Yeah, I got that. 29 Ascot Road. Newsagent's on the corner. Norika, I've got to go. I've got a shout from Jasmine Allen.
Right, I'm going to hang around and see if I can get to talk a bit more.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Diane, have they said you can go?
Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd better get back before Bob starts going on about what state the place is in.
Can I offer you a lift home?
It's okay, I'll get the bus. No problem.
Look, you shouldn't be wandering the streets after you've had a knock on the head.
I've told you what I can.
Okay, but I can still give you a lift home.
So you know this Ian Farmer, do you?
Yeah. Previous for criminal damage about 2 years ago. Bit of a hard man. Smashed up this woman's flat. He said that they'd been having an affair. She said that she only met him when he came to fix her car. You out? Ian Farmer, DS Craig, WPC Ackland, Sunhill.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Can we come in? Going for the minimalist look, I see.
That's all I need. Don't believe in keeping junk like other people. So, to what do I owe the pleasure?
We're looking into a break-in in a flat last night in Dell Road. A woman owns it by the name of Liz Campbell.
Oh, yeah?
She says that a man called Ian phoned her and arranged to meet her last night at 7:30.
So?
She says that she arranged to meet this man through a Lonely Hearts ad in a paper.
I still don't see what you're getting at.
Well, we checked this Ian out with the paper in which the ad appeared. They gave us this address and your name.
Come on. Do I look like the sort of bloke who'd need to put an ad in a paper to get a woman?
You tell me. Though I grant you, getting a woman probably wasn't uppermost in your mind, seeing as how you then decided not to turn up. So where were you yesterday evening?
In the gym, by the park. You can check with them if you like.
And how long were you there for?
9:30, 10.
A long workout.
Yeah. Helps me keep my head sorted.
That's reassuring.
Do you mind if we look around?
Well, you're not going to find anything.
Well, it's help us to cross you off our list of suspects.
Oh, I thought you didn't believe in hoarding.
There's just some papers I haven't got round to reading. Look, what are you looking for? A couple of bent stereos?
Oh, letters.
What's all this then, Ian? In response to your ad dated the 25th. And what about this one? Thought you didn't know anyone called Liz Campbell.
So some bent writes me a letter. It's not a crime, is it?
No. But breaking into our house is. I think we better talk about this back at the station.
Oh, this is going to cost a bomb to repair.
Diane, what did happen here this morning?
I don't want to talk about it. In here.
Look, it's okay, Diane. It's not going to do anything while I'm here.
Yeah. I want him arrested.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sierra Oscar from 181 receiving.
Go ahead, Norika.
Assistance required, 26 Ashholme Street.
Diane? Diane, what the hell's going on, Diane?
Who are you?
WPC Data, Sunhill Police.
Where's my wife?
Mr. Nash, your wife has made allegations of assault against you.
What do you mean, allegations of assault? She in there?
I'm sorry, Mr. Nash, I can't let you go in.
You can't let me go my own kitchen.
Robert Nash, I'm arresting you for assaulting your wife. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
No, I don't. What the hell's happened to your face?
So where's the victim now?
She's in the DVU, Sarge, so I'll need to stay with her, take a statement, get her injuries photographed.
OK, I'll see if there's someone free to take over in CID.
So while the victim gets tea and sympathy, what happens to the wrongfully accused?
If you'd just like to check this, Mr. Nash, and make sure the details are correct and sign there.
I'm not signing my name to something I haven't done.
Suspect refused to sign.
You have an answer for everything, haven't you?
We try.
Excuse me, WPC Ackland, Sun Hill. I've come to check if an Ian Farmer was using the gym last night.
Yeah, sure. I'll just check the book for you. Here we go. Booked in last night, 7:30.
What time did he leave?
Well, don't say, does he? I mean, it must have been after the evening receptionist went home.
What time would that have been?
Oh, well, she went off sick at 8, so he could have left any time after that until 10.
Well, don't you have a security guard or somebody who comes in and takes over if one of you has to leave early?
No. The manager comes back at 10 to lock up and that's it. I mean, it's not as if anyone's going to try nicking any of this stuff. They'll get her in here before they've got out of the building.
Why did you tell us you didn't know Liz Campbell?
All right. So I put an ad in the paper. I didn't remember her name when you asked me. As you saw, I got a big response.
Thought it wasn't your scene, meeting women through the lonely hearts.
I just wanted to see what sort of woman would reply to it.
Bit of a social experiment, then?
Yeah. Good laugh. Reading what sort of offers they make you.
Sexual offers?
Oh, yeah.
Bit of a turn on then.
Not if you saw some of the photos I got. Chamber of Horrors, more like.
Photos women sent with their letters?
Did Liz Campbell send a photo?
No. Not as far as I can remember.
So why did you stand her up then if you didn't know what she looked like?
Sounded a bit of an airhead on the phone.
When was the last time you had a relationship with a woman, Ian?
I don't see that that's any of your business.
So what's the problem?
There's no problem. Just don't get involved.
Bit of a loner, then?
My choice.
That criminal damage charge against you a couple of years back, Wendy Hepworth. You went berserk. You smashed up her flat.
I don't like people doing the dirty on me.
She said she only met you once when you fixed her car.
Well, she was lying.
But I thought you said you didn't like getting involved. Or is it all in your head? Like the ads in the papers get your kicks without the hassle.
Look, it's very simple. I placed the ad for a laugh. I've never met this Liz Campbell and I've never been to her flat. Yesterday evening I was in the gym. And when you get round to checking with them, they can confirm it.
Well, they confirmed that you booked in at 7:30, but they couldn't say what time you left.
So not totally out of the woods then, Ian?
Yet.
So these beatings, they take place pretty regularly?
Yeah. Last one was a business about me smoking. And the time before that was when my sister sent me some money for my birthday. And I went out and bought some new clothes.
And you thought you were trying to doll yourself up for someone else?
Bob don't reckon anyone else would have me. As far as he's concerned, I'm just scum. Lucky he lets me stay.
So why have you?
You end up believing it after a while if you hear it often enough. You stick. You're useless.
How long have you been with him then?
3 years.
And what made you decide to leave now?
Well, like you said, Narika, realising you've got a choice.
So how did you get this eye?
Just happened.
It couldn't have just happened, Diane.
It was more of the same.
So you're saying Bob did that as well?
Yeah.
Only he did deny it when I arrested him.
Well, he would do, wouldn't he? Is there anything else we have to do, or can I go now?
I went back about 9 o'clock. My wife had forgotten to pack the sandwiches and went back to pick them up, and I went straight out again.
Now, you say you're a driver with a minicab firm.
That's right.
And this pad is a record of all the pickups you do each day.
Yeah.
See, according to this, you didn't take any fares between the hours of 9:15 and 10:30 this morning. So where were you, Mr. Nash?
I did take some fares, I just didn't write them down, that's all.
Really? Why is that?
Because there were street pickups, that's why. So why don't you write that down on your sheet, eh? Taking illegal fares. This is something I'd done this time.
According to your wife, the violence started quite a time ago, since you were married, in fact.
And she's told you why we got married, has she?
You tell us.
Well, I didn't think she would. I married her when she was carrying another man's kid.
Did you know it wasn't your child?
No. Not till afterwards, when she lost it. And then she told me it belonged to this man she'd been seeing who'd gone down for 2 years. So she foisted herself on me.
Is that why things started to go wrong between you?
It's downhill all the way. I don't suppose she's told you that I haven't been allowed near her the last year. That she's disgusted to have me in the same room. God forbid, the same bed.
Look, have you never thought about getting a divorce?
No. I wouldn't give her the satisfaction. You make your bed, you lie in it.
So, you admit to the previous assaults, but not the one this morning?
No. I'm not admitting to anything. Not until you've spoken to my wife and found out what really did happen in my house this morning. Because I'm as anxious as you to find out the truth.
Matt, Ian Farmer, we're going to have to let him walk. Right. His solicitor's getting shirty about the lack of direct evidence.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, you can go now. Decided it wasn't the fence to keep old letters.
I wouldn't push it if I were you. Mr. Nash a mate of yours, is he?
No. What you got him in for? Not washing his car?
So Nash is adamant he wasn't the one who beat Diane up this morning?
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm inclined to believe him.
Yeah, but she's now saying he did.
There is one other thing. According to Nash, she'd been seeing this other bloke since before they were married.
Well, she's never mentioned it.
And apparently, she was going to have this other bloke's kid, but she told Nash it was his. Then, just after they were married, she lost the kid and she decided to tell Nash the truth.
Right, so this other bloke, is Diane still seeing him?
He didn't say.
Thanks, Jim. It might be worth having another chat with her.
Please open up. Farmer, open up. Where's Ian Farmer? Is he in the building?
No, he left about 10 minutes ago.
And you are?
A friend. Where did these come from? I found them under the mattress.
Liz Campbell.
No, do you?
These were taken from her flat last night.
Oh. You see, I thought you'd been seeing her.
What, you thought you'd been having a relationship with this woman?
Yeah, that's what he told me. Would you know where he is now? Yeah, my house, 26 Ashholm Street. If you're quick, he should still be there.
What's he doing there?
I want to make a statement.
Diane? Diane, are you all right? What are you doing? Hold it!
No, you don't. Stay. Liz Campbell. How long was that little lot in your house?
Oh, just since this morning.
So, is this connected with the attack this morning?
Yeah. We had a row. I didn't want the stuff there. I said to him, what if Bob finds it? How am I going to explain that away? I said I didn't want to have anything to do with it.
And he hit you?
Yeah. Never done it before. Not that.
How long have you been involved with Farmer?
I've known him from way back. Well, then he went inside, and I didn't see him again. Till about a year ago. Then it all started up again.
Did you know what he was up to before this morning?
Oh, yeah. I had an idea. But, you know, I kept thinking it'd change. If we could both move out, get a place of our own. It was never the right time, according to Ian. So I thought, if I'd left Bob, get him charged, or whatever. But then Ian said he'd been seeing someone else. Liz. Showed me all the photos, didn't he? So where do I go now? I can't go back to Bob, can I?
It's okay, Diane. We'll find you a place at a refuge and then sort out something a bit more permanent.
Will Bob be able to track me down there?
No, you'll be perfectly safe.
You know, for ages I thought I'd never get away. It's funny how easy it seems when suddenly you've got nothing to lose.
The harassment is continuing at Marhall stores near Tanqueray Flats. We've assured the shopkeeper, Mr. Mazumba, of a swift response. That means that without posting sentries, we need to maintain a presence there. That's down to you, Mike.
Sarge.
That leaves 358 and 595 for Sierra 1, refs as scheduled. Keeping you awake, Tony?
Sorry, Sarge.
Right, some bodies we need to look out for. First and foremost, this character here. So,
We've just heard that an incendiary device went off at about 5:45 this morning in the new shopping precinct on Waterman's Lane. And the place was more or less deserted, so apparently there were no casualties. This won't affect us directly, but it will cause considerable disruption to traffic. So, once again, I can't stress too strongly the importance of being vigilant.
Looks like we're in for a busy morning. So unless you've got other ideas, Gary, it's easy gently. Feeling a bit delicate today, are we, Tony? Nothing another 5 hours sleep wouldn't cure.
Come in.
News from Waterman's Lane, sir. They're letting people back in, and they say the road should be open by 7 at the latest.
Good. I might get through this lot after all.
Can you believe that prat? Must be half asleep. Do you want me to do this? Ah, I'll do it. Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1 receiving.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar, go ahead.
PNC check, Sarge.
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
Do a PNC check. I'm doing it. Kilo 804, Echo Yankee Kilo. Sierra Oscar, Sierra 1. Heading east along Rudkin Road, just past the Elcott Street traffic lights. We're following a dark green Rover Saloon, index as given. He's just turned off into Victoria Road. What do you reckon? Joyrider? Nah, too early. Most joyriders are tucked up in bed by now.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar. Gary, I got your PNC check.
The vehicle is registered to an Edward Arthur Field, 14 Regis Square.
Upmarket address? Upmarket car.
Not reported lost or stolen.
I bet it is, though. Sierra Oscar from Sierra 1 received. Damn!
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 85. We're in Goldings Crescent, approaching Victoria Road.
Sierra Oscar 85 from Sierra Oscar received.
A George and June. They might just do it. Oh, nice one, George. Cheers, George. Nice one. Come on, sunshine. Pop out.
Officer, I'm most terribly sorry about this.
All right. Come on, officer. Out of the car, please.
I just panicked. Saw you behind me and I thought that... God knows what I thought.
Is this your car, sir?
Yes, of course.
What's your name?
Wayland. John Wayland.
How long have you owned a vehicle, Mr. Whalen?
I bought it new last autumn.
So you'll have the registration documents?
Yes. Not with me.
Because according to our records, this vehicle is registered to a Mr. Edward Field.
Can you explain that, sir?
I'm Field. Edward Arthur Field, 14 Regis Square.
Have you got some identification, sir? So that we can know that you really are who you say you are?
Look, I can explain. I've just heard that my father had a stroke in the night. Threw on some clothes, got in the car. I'm afraid the shock, it rather impaired my judgment.
Where's your father live, Mr. Field?
He's in a nursing home, Brighton.
You intend driving like a maniac all the way to Brighton, sir?
No, I told you, when you stopped me at the lights, I panicked. I don't know what came.
Don't know what came over you? Not very original, Mr. Field.
Please, you must understand this is a matter of life, and I just can't allow you to delay me. I have to go.
Could you open the boot, Mr. Field?
What?
I'd like to get a look in your boot.
No, there's nothing. Just a few tools, a pair of Wellingtons.
Well, in that case, you won't mind opening it, will you, sir?
But why? I've just told you that there's...
Because we're not very convinced by what you have told us, Mr. Field. Now, if you please, the boot.
Well, don't stop there, sir.
Open the bag, please. Present for the dear old dad, Mr. Field.
Gary estimates upward of 30 grand. Edward Field, no previous.
How does he explain it?
He doesn't, he just says it is.
Regis Square. I suppose he could be carrying that sort of money.
In a holdall? Scannell Police, Sergeant Cry, how can I help you? I see, Mr. Bacon. What can we do for you? Sir? Are you certain about that? Well, if you could get the registration numbers and call me back. Yeah, come straight through to me. No, don't do that. No, don't approach the vehicles. Just get the numbers and call me back. Yeah, thank you. That was Michael Baker, the manager of Tesco supermarket in Hoxton Road. Apparently there are 3 vehicles parked around the back of the supermarket. There's 2 cars and a van, and there's 4 men and a woman inside of them. And they're using binoculars, cameras, 2-way radios.
Using them for what?
Well, watching, apparently.
The supermarket?
Well, it's possible. Mr. Baker can't be certain, but he can see them from his office. I've asked him to get the registration numbers and call me back.
If they are ours, let me know. If not, send someone in.
Right, sir.
You simply cannot keep me here. This is my money. My own money. Is it an offence to carry money?
Well, obviously not. But
Right, then let's clear this up, shall we, Sergeant? Sure, you must have more important things to do. I know I have. I admit I behaved foolishly. I should never have driven off like that. I just panicked. But that apart, I've done nothing illegal.
Mr. Field, you gave us a false name and you told us a cock and bull story.
Just charge me with driving without due care and attention, whatever it is, and let me go.
I'm afraid it's not quite as simple as that, Mr. Field.
Who are you?
Inspector Monroe. I'm in charge here.
Ah, good. Perhaps you can expedite matters.
We need a satisfactory explanation of this, sir. And of your behaviour.
I've told your office...
Saying the money's yours simply won't do, Mr. Field.
Are you doubting my word?
You seem to have lied to my officers pretty comprehensively so far, Mr. Field. So yes, I am. You two, go to Regis Square, see if...
No, you can't.
Mr. Field?
I'll kill her. She's dead. She's as good as dead.
Mr. Field, you must tell us what's going on.
They've got my wife.
Who has?
The men. They've got a razor, pickaxe handle. God knows what they're going to do.
Mr. Field, tell us everything from the beginning.
I'm the manager of the Hoxton Road branch of the Home Counties Building Society. At about 6 o'clock this morning, my wife heard a noise at the back of the house. I was asleep. She woke me up and I went down. There were 3 men. They forced their way into the house. They're still there. Now. With my wife. They said I must go into the office, get all the money from the safe and bring it back to them. Straight away. They said if I didn't,
They said they'd kill her.
If they're not from the brains department, who are they?
Well, that's what we're supposed to find out.
Binoculars?
That's what he said. Binoculars, radios, cameras. It's got to be some kind of surveillance.
Maybe it's Peeping Tom.
Well, if they are, they're extremely well organised. Anyway, one of them's a woman.
So?
So we don't go in for that kind of thing.
So where are they?
They're round the back. 2 in the car park, 1 on the street.
How about we drive past them first, see what we can see?
All right. Don't make it too obvious, George. We're supposed to be exercising caution.
Relax, Jim. Caution's my middle name.
The officers should arrive any time now, Mr. Baker. What? Are you certain of this? Well, how reliable are they? All right, sir. Don't do anything else. I'll call them off.
Yeah, Sierra Oscar 85 receiving.
What's your position, June?
We're in Harlow Street, Sarge, alongside the supermarket and the sweatshops. We've clocked the suspect vehicles, now we're going to park up and...
June, wait. Have they clocked you?
Well, they may have seen us, Sarge, but I don't think they'd have paid us much attention.
Good. I want you out of there now.
Sarge?
Go to Canley Street. Is that out of sight of the 3 vehicles?
Yeah, OK.
Yes, Sarge.
Wait there for further instructions.
Well, do you mind telling us what's going on?
We've had a second call from the manager. Guns have been sighted in 2 of the vehicles.
Reported by who?
A couple of the staff.
Reg, get hold of Inspector Munro for me, will you? Tell him it's urgent.
I've got to be back by 7:30. If I'm not, they'll hurt her.
There'll be CID officers here in 10 minutes.
That'll be too late. Please, Inspector, can't you give me the money and let me go?
No, Mr. Field, I can't.
It's company policy. If there's a raid on the branch, we're not supposed to resist. I tell my staff, just hand it over. Don't argue. This is like that.
It's not like that, Mr. Field. We've got a chance to stop them. We must take it. Yes. Reg, what do you want?
Oh, sir. Sergeant Cryer said he'd like a word with you. He said it's urgent.
Stay with Mr. Field. I know this is hard, but you have to trust us.
I don't have much choice, do I?
No. Ah, Detective Sergeant Morgan. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you, sir.
Have you been briefed?
Only an outline, sir, no details.
We don't know any details yet. That'll be your first job.
Right, sir.
He's in my office. He needs careful handling. If he goes to pieces, he'll be worse than useless.
You reckon they're blaggers, Joe?
No, I don't see it myself.
Preparing to do a job, you know, casing the place.
What, 5 of them in 3 cars? That's overmanning, isn't
Sierra
it?
Oscar 85 from Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, go ahead, Sarge.
Go with George to the front of the
Sorry?
What's the story, George?
Come on, George, we're off to do some shopping!
Tell you later.
Who's down there so far?
George and June are just going in. I've got Sierra 1 in Canley Street, and I've got an ARV standing by. Do you want that deployed?
They said sawn-offs.
Yeah, but that's only in the van and the Cavalier, unconfirmed.
Well, let's keep the gunslingers out of it for now, Bob, till we see what George and June come up with. And what about the P&C checks?
No, in here. No one we know.
I'll have to go down. I want a GP car there, with some bodies in plain clothes, as close as they can safely get.
Well, we haven't got anyone in CID. I suppose I could put Page and Jarvis in civvies.
Good, do it. And I want all escape roads covered, and not blocked, just covered. At least 1 vehicle in each, out of sight.
It's a lot of roads.
Have you seen them then?
Yes, sir. We saw them when we drove past.
Are they really sawn-off shotguns?
No, we haven't seen any weapons as yet, only the vehicles and the people in them.
Oh.
We hear there's a good view from your office, Mr. Baker. Could you show us?
Sure. The van's over there. There's the Cavalier, and that's the Orion.
They're certainly watching something.
What's round here, Mr. Baker?
Shops, private houses and flats. Plus a lot of little clothing factories, sweatshops, really.
Who first noticed the vehicles?
Some of the staff on their way into work.
Do they see the guns as well?
A couple of them, yes. They were full of it.
Right, we better speak to them then.
There was a car parked just along the road, outside next door.
Do you remember the colour?
Green. Pale green. I'd never seen it before. I remember thinking it looked out of place.
Out of place? How?
Scruffy. Bashed about. Most of the cars on the square, well, rather smart.
But this one wasn't.
No. One of the headlights was missing. It had clear plastic taped over it. And the wing was a different colour. Red. Like rust-proof paint. I think it was Japanese.
You'll be giving me the registration number next. Now, Mr. Field, let's go back to those 3 men, shall we?
They were young.
All young?
Yes. Early 20s. Late teens, even.
Mr. Field, I'm Detective Chief Inspector Meadows.
I'm DC Carver.
Now, I've got a general picture of what's happened, and I know you've explained a lot more to Detective Sergeant Morgan here, and that'll be very helpful.
Chief Inspector, time is running out.
You're going to have to ring home. Talk to them.
I can't do that.
You're going to have to say there's been a delay, something's turned up, you've only just managed to get the cash. You're going to have to think of a story. Keep it simple, and DC Carver will take you through it.
Mr. Field, these men want the money. If they think they're going to get it, they'll wait a little bit longer.
Do you really believe that?
Yes, I do.
Right now, Mr. Field. Let's say you've got.
It's coming apart at the seams, sir.
Well, you've held them together really well, Joe. Good work.
Who else is in now, sir? Is it only us?
Plus Danny Pearce. He's downstairs trying to rustle up some troops. So, what have we got here?
Amateurs. I reckon they saw it on Crime Watch, thought they'd try it themselves. But they sound dangerous.
Amateurs are.
Just how clearly did you see this gun?
I saw it. Not very clearly. It was only for a second.
What colour was it, Jimmy?
Gun-coloured. You know, brown, sort of metallic. Bluey black.
It's a shotgun, you say?
But shorter. Sawed off, I suppose. I mean, I'm not an expert.
1 barrel or 2?
What?
Was it a double-barrelled shotgun?
I don't know. I couldn't see that.
Oh, you said you saw a gun in the car, the Blue Cavalier.
Yeah, as I went past. It was on the back seat, half covered.
Oh, my God, there's another one.
Another what, Mr. Baker?
Another one of those cars.
Just stay where you are, would you?
I haven't spotted any cameras or anything yet.
I wouldn't worry about that one, Mr. Baker. It's one of ours.
There was a new security man. He didn't know me. I didn't want to make him suspicious, so I waited till he'd gone. I've got it now, though. All of it.
Where are you calling from?
My office. At the branch. Just got to lock up, then I can leave.
Edward?
Nora, you were right.
Edward, please bring the money, quickly. If you don't, they're going to do something terrible.
Go on and arrest.
And you mustn't go to the police. If you have anything to do with the police, they'll...
Get the picture, Mr. Field.
You get your money. Just don't hurt her. Please. I'll be back in 20 minutes.
Make it 15. Unless you want to spend the rest of your life looking after a cripple.
Hold on. It's nasty, I know, but you can't expect him to be warm and encouraging, can you now?
Try not to think about it.
Danny, what you got?
No one, sir. No bodies, no vehicles.
Are you serious?
The entire relief are out surrounding some supermarket. Monroe, too.
We're going to be a bit pushed with just us. What about Soccer?
20 minutes at least.
Great. That means we can't even get the notes marked. Well, we'll have to go in with what we've got. But don't let Field know we're under strength. He's on the brink as it is. Right, Mr. Field. Let's go, shall we?
Yeah, well, the staff are pretty wound up, sir, but I can't say for certain that they're imagining things. George is questioning the other workers now. Hey, there's movement down there, sir. One of the suspects has left the Ford van. It doesn't look to me as if he's armed.
Sierra Oscar from 469. I can see him, sir, quite clear. And I'm sure he hasn't got a gun.
All units from Sierra Oscar 1. Something's happening at last. Polly?
Yes, sir?
I want you and Mike to follow him. Exercise extreme caution.
Received, sir.
All units prepare to move in.
Sierra Oscar 2, move in to support Sierra 1.
Yeah, we've got him. There's no other way out. Come on.
Keep your hands up where I can see them.
Give them the money, say as little as possible, and do whatever they say.
Jim, I've been thinking, what if it all goes wrong? What if you don't catch them? They might come back.
We will catch you, Mr. Field. Now just go.
Pearce from Meadows, you in position?
In position, Gov, waiting for the word.
Field's gone in. Now no one move till they're clear of the house. All three of them.
I don't believe it. You cannot be serious.
I'm perfectly serious. Your bloke's coming like the SAS. I was having a quiet Jimmy Riddle.
You're from the Department of Social Security Fraud Squad.
What's the matter with that? Listen, we've got a big operation going on around here.
So have we. Now, didn't you think to tell someone about it before you came out? Us, for example.
That's not down to me, mate. I'm not liaison. That's someone else's department. Look, you see all these little clothing factories round here? All these sweatshops? Well, they're full of people claiming benefit. Working and claiming benefit. That's taxpayers' money.
I'll have something to say to your superior about taxpayers' money.
Right, Johnny, one of them's out and he's got the money. But don't move yet, wait for the rest. Right, Johnny, they're all out. Let's get them. Don't be a mock!
Get out of my way! I'm a policeman!
Mr. Field! Mr. Field, are you all right? Mrs. Field, did they hurt you?
Couldn't resist it, could you? Well, that's something else to charge you with. Not that we need it.
Get in a car.
I'm sorry, Gov. Oh, don't tell me he had the money.
I'm afraid so.
Can I help you with something, sir? Because I am rather busy.
Yeah, you can help me, Andrew. You can enlighten me.
I'll do my best, sir.
It's just that I don't believe what I've been hearing out there, so I thought I'd come and check with you.
Sir?
You had practically the entire relief, plus an ARV on standby, sitting around for 2 hours, watching a bunch of clowns from the DSS, while we were screwing up an arrest because we couldn't get the backup. Now, just tell me that that's not true, Andrew.
I made the best decision I could on the available information, sir.
I'll tell Mr. Field that then, shall I? Because right now he's scared witless that the bloke that we let slip is going to come back and pay him and his wife a return visit. So I'll reassure him, shall I? Tell him we did the best we could on the resources we had available.
We did, sir. Yes. Come in.
Something's come up, sir. I think you should come.
Only another 5.5 hours.